How to train in this crazy heat? When you read some of the current headlines, it can sound like training in the heat should be completely avoided. From my perspective, no, of course not. We can still train today, but we need to be quite careful, train smarter, and adapt to the conditions. So I would like to share a short video from my perspective as an athlete and also as a coach. Over the past few weeks, I've been training almost every day in temperatures well above 30 degrees. And that includes long runs and bike sessions. Here are a few key points I believe matter most. Equipment, timing and environment, hydration and recovery, effort over pace, heart rate and RPE, heat adaptations and warning signs. So let's start with equipment. For me, that means wearing breathable technical gear from good brands. So a good t-shirt, breathable shorts, a hat like this which cover head and neck, sunglasses, some flasks and sunscreen 50 plus if possible. By the way, light colors generally absorb less solar radiation than dark colors, but fabric quality, ventilation and breathability also matter a lot. 2. Timing and environment. For harder sessions, train rather early in the morning or later in the evening. When possible, choose trails, parks, forests and shaded routes instead of exposed roads. 3. Hydration and recovery. Hydration starts before you're thirsty. For longer sessions, bring your own flasks with water or sports drinks with electrolytes. Personally, I use sponsor salt caps, water and also Morton sports drink. Also, know your water sources. Public fountains, shops, petrol stations or vending machines like Selecta Automat can be very useful on long runs. After the training, also rehydrate and take in some protein and carbohydrates to support recovery. 4. Effort over pace and adaptation. In the heat, focus less on pace and more on effort. The goal is not to follow the plan at all costs. The goal is to achieve the intended training stimulus. Sometimes that means shortening the session, modifying it, reducing the intensity, choosing a cooler route, moving indoors, or using cycling and swimming as an additional training option. Train for consistency. This is really key, not for heroics. 5. Heart rate and RPE. Heart rate can easily be 5 to 15 beats higher in the heat, especially if you're not adapted yet. Personally, I use a Polar VeritySense arm heart rate monitor. A chest strap is also a very good option. So with these tools, you have a very accurate heart rate you can measure. But it's not only heart rate that matters. Also listen to RPE, your perceived effort. Why? Because sometimes your watch says one thing and your body says another. 6. Heat adaptation. The good news is that heat adaptation is real. If you train consistently in warm conditions, your body can become more efficient. Many athletes notice better comfort, better cooling, and often a lower heart rate at the same effort. 7. And final point. Warning signs. If you feel dizzy, nauseous, unusually weak, confused, or develop chills or goosebumps despite the heat, please slow down, stop, cool down, and rehydrate. Well, heat is not necessarily the enemy. If managed correctly, it can become even a useful training stimulus. So, train smart, listen to your body, and adapt when needed. How do you train in the heat? Share your tips, questions, or experiences in the comments. Thank you very much for listening. Have a good day.